Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the New Mexico State Aggies and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you enter Doak Campbell Stadium, you have to walk past the statue of Bobby Bowden first. This is sacred territory in college football. The fans know it. When they get chanting and the horse gets running, you know this is one of the most special places in all of college football. Can't wait to see how the Seminoles bounce back this season here at the Doak. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Seminoles will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have the football first. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And David, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the big...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first two plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Straight ahead, it's Stanley. Oh, he's got some space. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down decision. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Florida State's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going. First carry of the season. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The run inside. It's Croma. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. They'll need a bunch on second down. Sells to fake. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Dropping back, it's Webster. They're all over him. Right side, it's Ellison. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Left side is King. There he goes. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw one first. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw again. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got the first down, and he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They're going to ride this running back. Might have a chance. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Doing it himself again. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's King. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Quick give. It's Stanley. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. The option, he'll keep it. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the catch, it's Ellison. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Got some green grass. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go, it'll be 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. The give on 4th. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Using his legs. It's Stanley. Run ends there. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Webster. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Open space at the 25. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Burrowing for yardage. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. It's inside, it's Stanley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Sets his feet, it's Webster. Pulls it in, it's King. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Hauls it in at the 25. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Keeps it and gets the first down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking for a crease. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Churns into the pile. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've been running it, but now the pass. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Got it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Selling the fake. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. To the air. It's Webster. Under pressure. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute their reads.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Riles. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive change.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Look out! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Noles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And he avoids the sack.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Looking to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
You got to love this job by the defense here in their own end. They're doing an outstanding job in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. Everybody's getting to their marks. They're breaking on the ball, and they forced 3 straight incompletions here with their backs against the wall.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
From the gun, it's Stanley. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking downfield, it's Webster. Out wide right, it's Prime. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the corner. Keeps it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Pulls it on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Well, the running game got nothing on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see if they try the air on 3rd and long. Running inside. It's Stanley. Knocked down in the backfield 2 yards behind the line. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Daniels. He'll take a shot. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right side, it's Robinson. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Dead center perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We start with the San Jose State Spartans taking on the number 15 team, the USC Trojans. And it's San Jose State looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Doak Campbell Stadium. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. Coach told me he is thrilled with his transfer running back. This is exactly why they brought him. They expected big things out of him, and he has shown that he is capable so far here in this game. They want to continue that momentum behind the strong running game of his first half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Out wide left, it's Lopez. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He's got it. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Oh, pressure's coming. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Noles will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
and the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Left side is Ellison. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Makes the catch. It's Stanley. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Caught. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Dome. Gonna look downfield again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not gonna settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Moves to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. 2nd and long here. Handoff again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And he got enough for the first down, but we'll need to check on that injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab. Makes a catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Setting up the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion, setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Looking for the goal line. He made the grab but couldn't punch it into the end zone, and the defense gets a stop and gets the football back. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Back to throw, it's Webster. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for room, it's Stanley. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Great job on the safety there. And how about the D-tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D-tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB to get to the safety.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Trying to get started. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. They're all over it. Gets away from one, finds room. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. 3rd and long right here. To the air, it's Daniels. Rushes on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Play action on first down. On the move, he fires. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Offense set on first down. Finds his big tight end. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Webster. Caught. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Trying to make one miss. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and going long. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Holds on, it's Robinson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride him again. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Drives inside. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Oh, he missed it. No good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. To the air, it's Webster. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure on this defense.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt, situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Turning it on! Enough to move the chains. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Seminoles! Rolling his way into the end zone. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
15-point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the New Mexico State offense to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll move the tight end. They give it to him again. He'll be dropped.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football, and they got to get more creative. But whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Snagged in the middle. It's King. And he's brought down, but he picks up the 1st down, and the gamble pays off. Scanning the field, it's Webster. Out wide left, it's Pride. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This New Mexico State offense is pushing all the right buttons. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Ellison. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Stanley. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And off to Jones. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
it's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Sands. And he's stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Right back to the well. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They want that clock to run. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Quarterback takes a knee.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense is taking some licks. This QB's made him look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.